just as it's going live, I'm grabbing a drink. So I thought I would wait for some people to pop on, maybe adjust this so my bookshelf is not right in the middle of it. There we go. You know what, if I have better light on my face. No. So, hi Sam. This is what happens when you go live when you are sitting on the floor in your bedroom. I went live on my Facebook group, Llamas Love Lettering, earlier today, and that was a little different. Hi, oh, lots of people are popping in. Hi, guys. Lots of people. Hello, Eggplant Squad. Holy crap. Hi, everybody. Hi from Canada. Hi, Jennifer. Still haven't looked at your message yet because I suck. Thank you, Carrie. Hi, everyone. So, oh my God, now I'm warm. If you hear the background noise, I said this earlier in the Facebook group, but that is the sound of my air conditioning fan going to try and clear some of the smoke out of my house. For those of you who don't know, I live in Napa, and so the wildfires that have been happening have impacted my life pretty much persistently all week. I'm trying to scroll back and take a look at comments really quick. Scrolling back, saying hi, sitting on the floor. Can't wait to hug you too, Crystal. Thank you, guys. I'm a literal angel. It's because I'm sitting on the floor and the window's up there and it's like light that's like diffused through all the smoke that's in the air. So, yes, I am safe. We are not evacuated or even under advisory where we are. There have been a couple of fires where I live, like close to my house, that have concerned me. But for right now, they are not as big of a threat, but you know, with the wind, anything can change. But we were without power for a part of this week, and even when we had power, I wasn't really focusing on anything because I was so overwhelmed and stressed out. That's why I haven't been. You've seen videos from me on the channel, but those were ones I scheduled. Now, normally, hi from the UK. Oh my God. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome to my channel. Hi from Malta. I'm just scrolling back, checking. I am glad you found me, Angie. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. All right. So, this whole week, I have been frazzled and stressed out and not really able to catch up on much of anything. So, hi from Australia. Hello. So, I went live in the Facebook group today to talk about all of the things that happened this week. And I don't want to do that again because it was a lot of things and it's kind of depressing and rambly. What I want to do is I was going to film this as an actual like non-live, sorry, I'm sitting on the floor and I'm trying to get comfortable. Hashtag reality. Okay, so thank you, Melissa. Yes. More Aussies. Woo! And yeah, you can see Steve hiding in the background. Be like Casey Neistat and be like, look at Steve. I think the cat's over here somewhere too. Yep, there he is. There's Loki. Okay, so I'm in my bedroom streaming right now because my husband has to work from home because of the fires, and so he's in the living room working, and my son's playing video games. It's not conducive to filming. Regardless, what I thought I would do today is actually a video I had intended to film, but instead I figured I'd just ramble about it live for a little while and let you guys that can answer questions while I'm doing that. It'll give me something that feels more normal than just talking about the fires and how things have been here in the valley. So that's what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do, ooh, New Zealand. Thank you. So this video is going to be a planner anti-haul. Now, if you are at all plugged into the beauty community, and despite the appearance of myself today, and trust me, I put on foundation and mascara today and a little bit of lipstick, and that's as much as I have done in a week. I do not have a travel bug. The smoke in the air, Nikki, is so bad here. Like, the air quality has been hazardous that I'm super congested and coughing up a bunch of crap. It's basically like I've been chain smoking. And the kids in the same place. We have to wear masks when we go outside. And that's why I have the thing running in the background itching to travel, not sick. Now I get it. I don't know if I'm itching to travel, but I got to travel this weekend to the Seattle making some more memories situation. And part of me is stressed that I'm going to be leaving my house. And the other part of me is excited because I want to see people and get the hell away from this situation for a couple of days. All right. Virginia Beach. Yeah, no, it's awful. I can't believe it's actually made it that far to Utah. I know that there's other fires that are happening too, that it's not just us. It just feels like it's just us since that's, where I am. And from Florida, hi. So, anyway, planner anti-haul. If you are at all plugged into the beauty community, then you have probably seen people do anti-hauls. And again, I apologize for the wacky light. This is the best I've got right now. Kimberly Clark, who is a YouTuber, started this series of anti-hauls where she talked about what she wasn't going to buy. And the biggest reason behind that is she's anti-consumerism. She's anti this idea of buying all the things just because you want to buy all the things, which I resonate with because I go back and forth between wanting all the things and buying all the things, or the things I can afford, and being like, nope, 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 nope. And right now I'm in a nope phase. So, oh, hi, Jane. Jane Davenport's here. Yeah. So that's what she does, but it's with beauty, like makeup, palettes, stuff, makeup. And a lot of the beauty gurus or people have, especially smaller creators, have used this as kind of a fun thing to do. So I thought, and I was actually talking with some of my patrons about it, that I would talk about not specific brands of stuff, but just specific things that I see are popular right now in the planner community that I don't really understand and I don't want to buy. The things I'm not going to be buying, and it's not going to be a ton of different things, but I think you're going to recognize some of the things I'm going to bring up because I am definitely not going to buy them. And if I keep looking like I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I keep looking at the chat, the chat and the camera are like in two separate spots. So, speaking of buying all things, Finland and Chesapeake Bay, oh man, no, mermaid markers, those are things I will buy because those are great. Those are not going to be actually popping up here. But the first thing I'm going to mention is actually, so some of you may be in the like traveler's notebook communities, or like Foxy Fix, or whatever, all the different like Midori style, the traveler's notebooks. And it seems to me that those tend to go in waves, right? So months ago, it was pocket size, like the passport size or whatever, or field notes. I don't know. I don't own a lot of them, but I got a couple of the pocket ones because I fell into that rabbit hole, and I use them off and on. But it's a little tiny size. But right now, what I am not going to buy is B6 sized traveler's notebooks or inserts. Not going to buy them. I don't even know, yes. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to preface this. A, these are all of my personal opinions. B, I'm not intending to bash on any brands because that's not really what this is about. It's more like genres of stuff or categories of stuff. And the first category is B6 notebooks, whether they're traveler's notebooks or inserts. I don't get it. I can't even picture what size it is. But I see everybody going from pocket to B6, and then everybody and their mother's buying B6s. And I guarantee you, as soon as I manage to get my hands on it, that everybody will be moved on to some other size that I don't know because I'm not so entrenched in traveler's notebooks that I understand all the different sizes. I don't know. And aside from the fact that I don't need any more traveler's notebooks in sizes with different sized inserts, I have plenty. I like pocket size. Oh, here we go. We got comments coming. And I see people being like, but B6 is amazing. Hi. I'm saying hi to people. Yeah, see, I don't understand. 5x7 is so usable. See, oh, I'm sorry you had a bad day, Denise. Well, hopefully we'll perk you up. I don't it's not that I'm anti different sizes of traveler's notebooks. It's mostly that I never have fallen down the rabbit hole of owning tons of them. For some reason, I have accumulated the crap out of spiral bound planners. I have Erin Condren and Inkwell Press, and I've got Michael's, and I've got Happy Planners, which are the discs, which that's a whole different story. But I have all of the big planners, but when it comes to things like traveler's notebooks where you put your own inserts in, that's always been too much work for me, and it's just not my thing. But I will do it for specific things like lettering challenges or something. I'll do it for that. But I have the pockets and I have inserts for the pockets, and I'm and that's all I need. I don't need a new size. And then I see everybody doing the B6, and part of me is like, oh, they all like B6s. There must be something awesome about B6s that I'm missing, so I got to get one and find out. But no, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to do that. To quote Kimberly Clark, I don't need it, and I'm not going to buy it. So that's how I feel about B6 size notebooks. Okay, Thomas, I got to block you. How do I do that? Block. I'm looking straight forward rather than looking at my computer, and I blocked that homeboy, so he's gone. But that will lead me to... Now, if that was the first, like, who said that? Jessica said that B6 was her first... Sorry, that was a phone call from the school district. I'm streaming on my phone right now, and they wanted to tell me there's no school until Wednesday of next week. Great. Anyway, I lost all... Okay, so... Jessica said that B6 was her first, and that I would get. Like, for me, I had my first jump into Traveler's Notebooks was the standard, like, Midori size, and I didn't really care for it. And then when I tried again, it was the pocket size, and I was like, oh, this is okay, but I'm not really interested in going deeper, you know? I am alive and well, Philippa, thank you. So, yes, I will not be buying B6. And I actually will follow that up with... Another thing I'm not going to buy that I have seen people getting really into, and that is Hobonichis. I will not be buying a Hobonichi. Why will I not be buying a Hobonichi? I don't need it. I have enough notebooks to choke a whale. I have enough notebooks to build a fort of notebooks and then sit in that fort of notebooks and organize more notebooks. Like, that's how many notebooks I have. I have so many damn notebooks. I don't need it, and I'm not going to buy a Hobonichi. I've heard the paper is cool. I've heard it can stand up to some stuff. So I was going to buy a Hobonichi last year. I had followed down... A Hobonichi is like a little, it's like a year-long daily calendar that has this like epic paper that is thin but doesn't bleed, with fountain pens or something, and it's small, and they're Japanese, and they come in a couple different sizes, and some people love them for like planning and art journaling. And last year I almost bought a Hobonichi, and then I didn't because I didn't want to spend the money on it because I knew I didn't actually need it. And then I went to a stationery store in Japantown, and I saw them, and it was the little one, and it was like this big, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't buy that because that was not what I was anticipating. So, okay, scrolling back at comments. Okay. I don't have any... I actually think I should have a glass of wine while I'm having this conversation. Do you think you guys can give me just a second while I take a wine break? Take a wine intermission while I go grab a load? Because I'm not going anywhere else today. I'm staying at home because it's smoky AF outside, so I can't walk outside without wearing a freaking mask. Okay, I'm taking a wine break. I'm going to day drink on a Thursday because the kids, there's no school, I can't go anywhere, and I'm done. So I'm going to take a wine intermission. I will be back in 5 minutes, except my foot fell asleep, so this might be a problem. Wine intermission. The rest of you guys, bye. Thank you for showing up, Alyssa. I'll be back in just a second. Take this time to refresh a beverage if that's what you want. And oh my God, don't look at my junk. Oh, my foot's asleep. No. This is awkward. Hi. Okay. I'll be back in a second. All right. Ooh, I'm back. My husband is actually bringing me wine because the one I wanted was not open yet. All right. Yes. I'm looking to make sure that there's nothing. Okay. These leggings, okay, these leggings I got like a year and a half ago from LuLaRoe because they have eggplants on them. See it right on my knee? Sorry. Okay, my wine break. And like, I'm not necessarily saying, hi, Tira. I'm not necessarily saying that I fully, endorse day drinking during the week at 2 or 3 or whatever time it is here. Not necessarily, except that, like I said, there's a state of emergency in California, and it is smoky. It was blue skies this morning, but now they're yellow, and I can't go outside because it's hazardous, and I have masks, and I'm pent up inside with an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old who are playing video games, and I think I deserve a glass of pink Moscato, which my husband is bringing to me right now. So, this has been... All right. I'm sorry, I'm trying to... check on comments. I will add one thing I can answer to. Who said it? Lisa Lippert. Lisa, you said you're kind of worried about being able to get California wines. From what I understand, because harvest was just going on this last month, from what I understand, most of the... My God, I keep getting notifications. No! Most of the harvest was already in before this happened, and most wineries have not been fully impacted. They aren't sure what's going to happen. It's mostly cab grapes that were left. Thank you, sweetheart. Ta-da. Pink Moscato in my glass from the New York Planner Addicts. It says Cindy on it. Anyway, so I'm not saying that there's going to be an abundance of wine from California or from the valleys, the Sonoma and Napa, but I know that because of when these fires occurred, Harvest had actually, a lot of these wines were already into their tanks, and so that crushed in their tanks, and that might have saved some of them. So... All right. Anyway, now this is pink Moscato. I don't think pink qualifies as a red. Anyway, where was I? Hobonichis. Okay. So Hobonichis. I see that people like them, and every year I think I want to buy them, and then every year I'm like, no, I don't need that. What am I going to do with that? Art journal? I have art journals. As a matter of fact, Jane Davenport, who's here, and this just makes me feel fancy, I have one of her watercolor art journals from Michaels that I've been using that I really love because the paper is super sturdy. Like I have that. I have a, what is it? Like a Moleskine? I think I have a Moleskine watercolor journal. I have sketch, like I said, I have notebooks and sketchbooks coming out of the wazoo, and I do not need any more. I don't need them. And the Hobonichis are not cheap. They're not like hundreds of dollars, but they're not cheap. And I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm not going to buy it. Thank you, Kimberly Clark. I'm going to keep channeling you because I watch the crap out of all of her videos. So, how do I like the Moleskine watercolor? Actually, I really like that. I had originally got it because I thought that I was going to use it for doing like little paintings because it opens, it's the size of a Moleskine, but it opens sideways. Instead, what I use it for is testing, like mermaid markers or any other watercolory inky things, and I just use it for testing, and I like it because it's a great size and it bands closed. So if you have portable watercolors, like if you have a water brush, a little palette of watercolors that closes up, and the Moleskine, it's a great travel setup. No, you're right. They're more planners than notebooks, but they wouldn't work with my writing pressure. That's the other thing about Hobonichis. Like the paper is so thin. It's supposed to be really awesome paper, but not probably great for someone with an iron fist. I know I'm trying not to enable people, and here I am enabling people. But that's how I feel about Hobonichis. Here's another thing that I really do not think I am going to ever get into. Die cuts. Now, I know that they're popular right now, and I know most shops are starting to offer some form of die cuts. Can I be perfectly honest with you? I don't know what the hell you're supposed to do with them. What in the hell are you supposed to do with die cuts? Don't tell me, because I don't want to actually get into using them, but I have plenty of stickers. The thought of having all of these little cutout shapes, I'm like, no, like that's an extra layer of crap to add to my crap. Like, thank you, Lindsay. I am not doing it. I'm not going to start. I already have all this junk that I have like my binders full of stickers and my binders full of women. Thank you, Mitt Romney. And like, I have these bins full of stuff that's not organized that I've gotten from places. And there's some die cuts that have come to me, and I look at them and I'm like, I don't even know. I don't know. And I don't like the texture and that's chunkies. Like, that's the thing where people stuff their B6 notebooks with fucking die cuts, and I can't. Like, you put the glue and you stick something that's cardboardy into your planner, and it adds that extra layer. Like, I have enough problems with just my amount of stickers and washi tape making my planners way too fat. Holy crap, NVUSD, I can get enough notifications. But yeah, die cuts, I don't get it. I mean, I think I get it, but I don't get it. I don't. How do you organize them? Like, okay, I have a bunch of like felty paper clips. I didn't order most of them. They've come to me through other ways, like gifts or random acts of kindness or whatever. And I finally figured out how to organize those, but I can't. It's just one area of plannering where I see people getting into it, and I'm like, that looks like a hot mess that I am not going to get into. I'm scrolling back. Yes, Carolyn, that's what I'm talking about. You know, everywhere. That's what it seems like. To me, it seems like die cuts, like they get around like a chunkier version of a glitter bomb. Like, instead of glitter everywhere, you got little cute animals and crap everywhere. Like, what? Like, Lisa, see, that's a good idea. That's part of why I like doing it. Like, I use stickers. I'm not a hater on stickers. I'm not even a hater on die cuts. I just don't understand what you're supposed to do with them. And even from everything I see of what people do with them, that's just not something I'm interested in. So I'm not going to fall down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to buy die cuts just to be like, oh, well, everybody likes them. I'm going to segue here for a second. And I'm sure I've had at least one video about this before. This compulsion in the planner community to own all the things. Like, if you see people using things and then you don't even know why you want them, except that other people are using them. And so you buy them, and then you have more things until the next thing is popular. FOMO. It's a fear of missing out. That's the thing. And I am actively trying to work against that. Not because I'm anti-buying things. I like buying things. But I want to know when I buy something that it's something that I really want, right? And something that I like. No mo FOMO. Aw, thank you, totally, Rachel. I like die cuts they kind of look like flake stickers, Elizabeth. Like, they're shapes that are cut out, but the ones that I'm seeing are actually like just printed shapes on like cardstock that are cut out, like die cut out. And I just don't understand it. I don't get it. And so I'm not going to be buying those because I don't know what to do with them. And even I don't really need to know, but I'm not anti-consumerism to the point where I'm like, don't buy anything. For me, a lot of the time I want now my process to be, I know this thing's coming, I know I'm going to use it, and then I go and I buy it, and I feel good about, like, I think one of the things that Kimberly Clark said about makeup palettes is if something's on sale, don't just buy it because it's on sale. Like, if you would buy it even if it wasn't on sale and be happy with it, then buy it. But if you see something on sale and you buy it because it's on sale, you're not really buying it because you want it. Uh-oh, troll in the dungeon. Who's the troll? I'm scrolling. Any advice on how to get a girlfriend, Master Yoda? I'm sorry. If I had advice, I'd give you some. I got him. Master Yoda is gone. Oh, man. Oh, this is really good. This is the first sip I've had. I've been too busy talking that I haven't tried my pink Moscato yet. 2 thumbs up. It's Behringer pink Moscato. Anyway, so yes, die cuts are something I am not going to buy. Let's see, what else? I had a list of things I was not going to buy when I came in to this video, but they kind of boil down to a couple of categories when I see people buying them. And okay, here's another thing that I actually don't buy on purpose. Some of you know this about me already, but this is an area that I see a ton of in the planner community, and I am not going to buy stickers that look like people. Now, I'm not talking about things like the Steve back there, like the Once More with Love Munchkin or whatever, like things that are cartoony things with faces, like kawaii type crap. No, I'm fine with that. But stickers that look like people. My one exception is the dolls from Pink Bow Ties, but I don't put those in my planner. I have a couple of bigger ones that I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put them one day because they're fucking huge. They look like a paper doll. But generally speaking, I don't want people looking at me in my planner. That gives me the willies. I don't like it. It's like mannequins or, realistic like porcelain dolls to me. I'm just like, no. I don't want stickers that look like people. Those fashion girls that people are all like, oh, I want these all over my... No, I don't care if you're wearing sunglasses. I don't care if you are the fanciest looking thing ever. I don't care if people on YouTube are like, no, you will not see that in my planner because that is creepy AF. Have I already released the winners of my giveaway? Okay, that is, Emma, that was actually something I wanted to update on this because I have not picked them. I'm going to pick them hopefully tomorrow morning before I leave, but this week I haven't been even in a headspace to even think about it. Having it happen this week was really not the greatest in the world. So I am hoping to have them picked because I want to get it out of the house before I leave tomorrow. So I'm hoping I'll have them picked tomorrow. But if not, it'll happen next week just because my threshold for adulting this week has, I'm not usually a good adulter, but my usual threshold's usually about here. And this week it's been like down in like the crotch, like in the down in like the junk underneath like the balls. That's where my adulting level has been in like the uncomfortably swampy area. I keep putting like freaking notifications up. I'm sorry you have to keep looking at my palm, but this is the beauty of live streaming. This is where I'm going right now. This is where my brain is going. Gross, Melissa, but accurate. So I have a sip of wine and the what little filter I have comes off. But yes, so what have I listed so far? I've listed B6 planners, Hobonichis, die cuts, and stickers that look like people. Peoply stickers. Those are things on my list. I could add things like stamps, except anybody who's watched any of my live plan with me knows that stamps are already on my list of things I don't want to buy any more of because no. Was my Nicolas Cage. No, see, okay. The funniest thing ever for clips, like felty clips or the clip with Nicolas Cage that I got from Colleen at one of I think the Portland meetup, those, honestly, they don't bother me that much. Like, I don't mind having them to use every once in a while. I just don't actively seek them out. I don't like having lots of paper clips in my planner because, like, I move my planner, I beat it up, and things fall off. Maybe that's part of the die cut thing. Like, the whole chunky, fully stuffed with crap sticking out of all the sides traveler's notebook thing, which I think is so cute to look at, is not practical for me because I'm mean to my stuff. Like, I throw it around and I'm just like, psh, and like, if I stick a pen in the coil, that pen is most likely going to bite the dust by the end of the day. That's how harsh I am to my planner. You were there, Tiara. And so because of that, I don't usually fill my planners with things that stick out. But I will use like my Nicolas Cage paper clip every once in a while or things like that because I think that they're cute, but only if I know if it's not going anywhere. Hi, Jenny. Oh, Carolyn, you put it very right. Carolyn put it perfectly. I am not dainty with my planners. And generally speaking, I don't have so many of them that I have a bunch that just stay at home. Yeah. Well, that's one of the reasons that I like having the ring bound planners because I like having everything in one spot and doesn't go anywhere. And I know some people like the ability with like ring binders and traveler's notebooks to change the inserts out, but I'm not someone who does that. When I use ring binders, like my Foxy Fix ring binders, I use those for specific tasks, not for my main planner. My main planner needs to be something that I can like drop kick across the room and it'll be okay because that's basically the equivalent of what I do to it. Hi, I love you too. Yeah. What do I do? Marisol asks, what do I do with my filled planners and journals? Do I keep them or throw them away? I keep them, but I haven't figured out, thank you, Tina. I keep them, but I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with them yet. Like, I have a pile of them in my office on my bookshelf, and I would really like to have somewhere to file them away and, like, reclaim that space. But I haven't figured. We moved here, and I'm still figuring out where to put crap. As soon as I figure out a storage, they're probably going to go get put away somewhere where I can reference them later if I want to, but that they don't have to be accessible, because I don't look at them often enough for that to be a thing. Nice. Sorry, yay. Yeah, no, like a lot of too many things poking out. Like, it's like I said, I love looking at it when people put pictures of that on Instagram. It's just not something that is ever going to be a thing that I do personally on the regular, unless I want to take a picture for Instagram, and then I might do it and then never think about it again. # behind the curtain. That's probably what I'm going to do, Sophia. Put mine in a plastic bin in the garage. That's like near where I bin up all the kids' like schoolwork that I'm saving. I don't file that. I just throw it in there because I am a great mom. As I day drink with my kids playing video games in the other room. I am drinking pink Moscato from Behringer, and it's apparently a nicer one. We got it as a gift from our old neighbors an old neighbor who works for Treasury Winery. Holy crap. Notifications. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad that you liked it, Dory, and I'm hoping that the valley stands up after these fires. It's been stressful. Have I tried Witch's Brew spiced wine? I have not. That does sound delicious, though. Okay, so we talked about die cuts. We talked about Hobonichi's and B6 notebooks. We've talked a little bit about stamps and paper clips. I'm trying to think if there's anything else specifically that I don't intend to buy that I've been seeing people use. Like, I mean, I haven't been super active on Instagram or active at all in the last couple of weeks because I've been, like, before this all happened, I had some other things going on in my life that were taking my attention away from this, as well as being sick. So it's been like a rough few weeks here. But I'm trying to think. Puffy stickers. That's a big hell no there. I have puffy stickers. They bring me back to my childhood in the 90s, but they are never going in my planner. I am a heavy-handed writer. I can only imagine if there was like a puffy sticker on one side and my paper was this way, and I would just write like one word and my pen would poke through the paper because of like the distance on the no puffy stickers. That's a big no. I would rather have die cuts than puffy stickers. Going back, let's see. My video on erasable pens. Oh, those are not anything I'm going to buy anymore anytime soon either. Those, I know people say there's some that are better, but no. Erasable pens and I do not get along, I have discovered. How do I feel? Okay, hold on. I'm checking to see if there's any other suggestions. Let's see. Evacuation, go, ring down planner. You know what, Christine? That's a good idea to make sure you have all your contact information. We were without power or cell reception for a few days here, and it is terrifying to be that cut off. Like, we couldn't even, like, we were having to listen to the radio to get updates on like a crank radio that doesn't use power to try and figure out when the evacuations were happening. Relying so much on technology can be really scary when you get put into a situation where the technology is no longer available. Just a warning for any of you who have never been in that situation before. Okay, what do we got here? Thanks for the recommendations for the wine at the Olive Garden. How do I feel about shaker dashboards? Okay. I have a big, interesting like feeling on shaker dashboards. Visually, I think that they are pretty. Kind of. Like, I think that the idea is pretty, but they make me think, I don't know if any of you remember these toys. They were the toys that they were like the thing of like a watery substance, and they were like little balls, and then you would hit the buttons and it would shoot water up and you'd try and get the balls into the cups. I said balls a lot in that sentence, but where you do the thing where you're like, you're trying to make the air shoot the balls into the cups. Like, that's what makes me, and then there's all these other little things floating around too. As a kid, like I said, I was born in 1980. This was a toy of my life. That's what shaker dashboards make me think of, are things like that. And when I first saw people making them, I thought that they had like fluid in them. I didn't think that they were just like glitter and die cuts. That's, I guess, you use for die cuts. Glitter and die cuts like in plastic that's been sealed. I thought there was some kind of like fluid in there that made them move around, which made sense to me in the sense that that way they'd be like moving around and looking cool, but didn't make sense because I couldn't understand why you would put a pocket of fluid. Fluid's another word I've been using a lot here, kind of like moist. If you put this pocket full of fluid in your planner and then your pen pierced it and then your planner would be moist. Yeah. Like, I couldn't understand it. Then I learned that there was no fluid in these things. You just put the glitter and the die cuts or whatever in, and then you seal it up, and then it just kind of settles to the bottom. And then I was like, okay, that's still pretty, but doesn't that mean that all this crap you're putting in there just is going to settle to the bottom and it's going to be like clear and then a bunch of stuff on the bottom? Like, what? And so then I was like, okay, but what if I made one of these and it opened up, and instead of fluid getting all over my planner, I was going to have like glitter all over my planner and like, I don't know what the shit is that you put in there. Confetti? No, that's not what they call it. What is it? Sequins, whatever, the things that they put in the shaker dashboards. And I was like, oh, that would be a mess. And so the whole idea of it to me, like, I think that they're kind of cool when they're done right. And I have been taught how to make them before. But part of me is just like, I'm not so sure that this feels like something that I should have around with my clumsiness. Yeah, no, there's no fluid. They are fluid free. I mean, maybe there are people who make them with fluid, but I have not seen that yet. I'm scrolling back to check comments on after my rant of fluid, my fluid rant. Okay. RMB says, is it wrong to buy cute puffy stickers just to look at them? Well, if you feel okay with it, if it brings you joy, then I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I mean, who am I to tell you how to spend your money? Just don't buy them just because you think you're supposed to. Scrolling. Whoops. No, I don't want to put you on timeout. I almost put you on timeout there, Tiara. Your phone case does have liquid. See, that's scary to me. Just because I'm so clumsy, I can imagine a mess. I'm scrolling up. Moist. Thank you, Connie. All the friction pens are the same. The ink is just streaky. Yeah, thank you for the heads up, because I'm just like, I'm going to be doing the Thunderdome in a few weeks, and I am, no. I mean, they'll be in it, but I can guarantee you right now, they're going to be at the bottom. Erasability does not excuse crappiness. Yeah. I'm going to reiterate right now. I'm sorry, I'm leaning back because my foot's asleep again, and this is just hell in my circulation. Like, these are all my opinions. Like, if you love shaker dashboards and die cuts and shit like that, then more power to you, man. More power to you. However, I personally, that's not going to be a thing for me, I don't think. Yeah, erasable pens, okay, here's another thing this is not a thing I'm not going to buy, but this is a thing I don't do. And this, I fully admit, is part of the privilege I have of knowing how to do things like hand letter. I'd have some small skill in doodling. I don't do anything in pencil first. I don't draw lines in pencil first. I don't write lettering in pencil first unless I'm doing a side job, and even then, sometimes I don't bother. I freeball the crap out of everything I do because I am lazy. And I do not like erasing. So I just don't. And if I screw up, this is kind of where I was coming from with the erasable pens. If I screw up, which I do, I might cover it with a sticker, or I might just scribble it out and say to hell with it and keep going. Hi, Mariah. Or whatever the case may be. I don't like doing it. And then sometimes when you're inking over the pencil and ink, even if you give it time to dry and then you erase, sometimes you smear it, and that's just frustrating. And so I don't bother. I'm like, nope, no pencil, no eraser for me. I prefer to freeball because I don't like going the extra step, because that's just too much time for me, and I'm lazy. Lazy AF is what I am. Jenny asked if I've seen the huge Japan stationery stores. I've seen pictures of them. I've been to some in Japantown here in San Francisco, but they're not anywhere near to what you see in Japan. That would be nice one day to go visit. And that would totally blow any of my anti-consumerist feelings out of the water once I walk into a store, because that's a problem. Okay, here's another thing I'm not going to buy any more of. Here's another thing. I am not going to buy more garbage at Daiso, like stationary garbage. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to buy more page flags. I guess page flags could be an entire different conversation. I go to the Dollar Spot or the Bullseye or whatever they call it now, and I see that they have new page flags, and I don't buy them because they don't work. They don't work, and I don't need any more of them because I have Post-it notes. Remember I said before how I have notebooks coming out the wazoo? I also have Post-it notes coming out the yin-yin. Like, when am I going to do the video for the giveaway? I was just saying that. I'm going to do that next week, most likely. It probably won't be tomorrow because I'm going to Seattle. But with the fires and everything this week, I have not had the time to, or the focus to sit down and do it. That's why I'm filming this video today. So the giveaway is going to stay open for another week while I get my life together. And hopefully the smoke clears out a little bit. But yeah. This is my first glass of wine, yes. Okay, so. We do have a Daiso here, yeah. And I go in there and there's pens and things, but they're never that good. Like, what's the point of buying them? You're just buying a bunch of crap to have crap, but it's not actually that good. And that's the problem I've run into. Buying stuff from the Dollar Spot, buying stuff from Daiso. You buy a bunch of things because they look interesting and they're cheap, but if you're not going to actually use it because they're not any good, then you're wasting money. Even if it was cheap, you still don't need it. So that's the thing I'm trying to cut off my list. It's okay, Jenny. I act like I'm drunk all the time. Here we go. Where we go? There's a question that I wanted to answer. Mrs. Megan Manson asked, how do you find balance between this fun time and family time? Scrolling up again. Scrolling up. Balance. That is a loaded question. I don't. I overextend myself on the regular. I am a natural overextender. I suck at saying no when people ask me to do things. And even when my health or my family's health or whatever the case may be is like screaming at me to be like, nope, don't do it. Say no. I still don't say no. I am serving as board president of my church this year, and I was not able to say no to any of the commitments I had made prior at my church. And so people actually told me I wasn't allowed to. I didn't say no. They said no for me. Like, that's how bad it is. So asking me whether or not I have balance, that's a big hell no. That's all I have to say about that. Oh my God. Notifications for days. And see, Tiara, you suck at saying yes. Yeah, well, maybe together we can put our mojo together and find an even amount. And I mean, right now my kids are middle schoolers, so there's only a certain amount that they want from me unless they really want things from me. So there is that. It's a little easier to balance when your kids are independent enough to not necessarily even want you around as much. But yeah, balance is not an easy thing. And I guess maybe that's another thing I'm saying no to in the planner community is the expectation of being, I'm going to say no to the expectation that my life should look like anybody else's life, because it doesn't. Everybody's life looks different. And I'm going to say no to that. I'm going to say no to living up to anyone else's expectations but my own, because no one else lives my life but me. So nobody can expect me to live up to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying I hate on people who have different lives. I know most of those expectations are ones I put on myself, but at the same time, I'm saying no to that. I'm saying no to the comparison game. That is aspirational. That is not something I am well practiced at. Much like I'm much better at saying no to a B6 notebook than I am to saying no to comparison, but whoops, there goes my cord. But I'm working on it. Okay, scrolling up. You take Kimberly Clark with you when you're... Yep, the what I'm not gonna buy. Fucking love Kimberly Clark. If you've never watched Kimberly Clark, I highly recommend it. Or her. Whoops, I won't block you. But I will block you. No sub for sub in my channel, my friend. Nope. Okay, scrolling. Yeah, okay, God, that's... Have you tried the tool pens everybody is so hot for? I actually have tried them. I can't remember if I've done a video on them or not. Like, I haven't done videos on, like, G2s and things like that because I didn't, when I started doing all these reviews, I just didn't feel necessary to do them. I may have done a video on the tool pens, though. I like the colors. I think that they're beautiful, but I found them to be a little bit globby sometimes with my heavy hand. Have I done my new planner update if I've changed my trackers? If you're talking about my bullet journal, I did make a lot of changes, actually. Not a lot of changes, some additions. But I did not use it this week at all. Like, I've been too stressed out to even... I haven't done much of anything this week except for stress out and make sure that we have enough supplies. So I haven't updated my bullet journal more than a little bit. So when I do an update next week, you will see kind of what I am looking at trackers. But I have added some additional stuff. Yes. Skinder. Ooh, I'm curvy sexy. Thank you. Block. Okay. I did do a tool video. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I got that troll. Hi, I have the best handwriting ever. Thank you. I don't know if I necessarily go that far, but I appreciate the compliment. Yeah, I will give you guys here, though. I have not done an update on the planner Thunderdome because I'm still in the middle of working, but I will tell you right now that most likely most planners will have gone by the wayside and it'll just be my Erin Condren and my bullet journal. That's the prediction I'm making right now. Hi, Mary. Yeah. It's hard for me to catch the trolls sometimes because sometimes the comments move super fast and it's hard, especially now when I'm sitting at my desk streaming, like when I'm doing planner things and stuff like that. I have my laptop open so I can watch comments and block people there. But right now I'm looking at my phone and so I'm seeing the comments on my phone, and so it's really difficult sometimes for me to see. So I really appreciate you guys letting me know when buttholes are in the comments that need to be blocked. Block those buttholes. That sounds like a problem that your doctor would need to look at. Erin Condren box of stuff. I do not. Okay, I have another story to tell you guys, though. I'm going to step away from the anti-haul for a second and tell you a story of what happened to me this week besides all the other crap that's going on. When's the gel pen stuff and things? The goal right now is for the Thunderdome is to be on Halloween, the 31st, which is a Tuesday, I think, and to do a live video that weekend. That's my goal. That's the hope, is what this fire this week kind of threw everything kind of like, but the goal is to do the Thunderdome on Halloween. Like not the live video, that'll probably be the weekend before, but like the finale or whatever. That is the goal. So yes, so there is an app that I didn't even tell this in the Facebook group either. There is an app that the county and the city of Napa use. Other places do too, I'm sure, called Nixle, and it sends text messages, alerts out whenever they need to send information out like quickly to everybody. And you sign up for it, and then when the city sends something out, you get it on your phone. Which black pens don't smudge when you erase? Oh, Christ. I don't even know, man. God, that's one I didn't think about because that's why I don't use pencil very often because they all smudge on me. I feel like none of them dry super fast. Let me think about that, Lori, and I'll see if I can come up with an answer for you. Sam, doing 1 month in my bullet journal sounds like it could be a lot of fun. I am not sure if I will do that, but if more people want that, then I will consider doing that. Ow! Okay, I just picked a hangnail. I should stop doing that. Anyway, so, like, here's the story. So, on one of the nights this week, I went to bed and I was already panicking because there were these fires that were on my side of town and they had evacuated maybe 2 miles from my house. And I was convinced with the winds that we were going to have to evacuate. And we had our bags packed and we were ready to go if we got evacuated. And so I went to sleep and I was really, really I was really restless. I was not sleeping very well. And you know how sometimes when you're in that state of sleep where you're not super deep because you've been so restless, but you are enough asleep where if something wakes you up, it startles the crap out of you? Well, that's what happened. I got a notification on my phone and it startled me and woke me up with like my heart racing. And my first thought was, holy shit, it's Nixle. We're going to have to evacuate. Oh my God, we're going to have to leave. And I grab my phone and I look at it and it's a notification from my bank showing $1,000 transaction to a company I didn't recognize. And I was like, I poked my husband and I was like, do you recognize this? And he's like, no. And I look at my bank account and it's the bank account where like all of the business money, like money from Patreon and from my side jobs and everything, that bank account was emptied of a few $1,000s. Emptied. I got freaking defrauded. My car got compromised in the middle of this fire when we're worried we have to evacuate. So I'm calling the bank and at 2 a.m, which PS, if you ever need to get a hold of someone at your bank, getting a hold of them at 2 a.m. is much easier than getting a hold of them during business hours. So I'm calling the bank at 2 a.m. and I'm like, oh my God, I'm in Napa and we might have to evacuate all my money. And so they expedited things for me. But I was like, come on. Like, this couldn't have happened on a different week when I wasn't already so stressed out. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. And then today, I swear it must have been like a compromise of all my information, because then somebody tried to log into my Instagram account today. And so, or yesterday or today, I don't even know. All the days are bleeding together. And so I went and I changed all my login information in all of my different places. But I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, this is some sick joke is what this is. So yes, that was my experience on top of the fire and crap like that. Notice now I'm drinking wine. I'm like, oh God. But yeah. Okay, scrolling back through comments right quick. Faber-Castell, Pit Pens, and Pigma Microns. Those would be my two thoughts if you give them a few seconds to dry. But like I said, I'm a bad person to ask about whether or not you can dry fine liners with it after erasing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so heavy-handed that I tend to pool ink on the paper, and that might be part of the reason I struggle so much with erasing once I have put a fine liner down. So I would take other people's opinions over my own on that one. Now I saw some other comments I wanted to address. Cheryl said, I have such an awesome, thank you. My personality is awesome. I love the comments though, you guys. A lot of people in the chat are talking about different ideas that they have for pens that do not smudge when you erase them. So over them. So listen to them. They know what they're talking about. Okay. And then you have a pen you need to send me, Jane. I will take anything you send me. Yeah, I will. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm so glad I caught it. It was terrifying. Now what else? What was the name of the giveaway planner that had the monthly layouts already in it? Oh shit. It's in the other room. It's the dot grid. Oh my God, I can't remember. There's the dot journal is the one with the dots. The jot journal is the one with the lines. And then there's the dot. Oh my God, why am I brain farting? I can see it. I might go up and get it in a second. I'm trying to remember. Is the 6 months calendar in it? The dot. It's like, okay, I can't back out of this, can I, without ending the live stream? So I could go to my messages and look. Shit. Oh, this is gonna bug me. If it comes back to me, I'll say it. But at the moment, I can't remember. But there were 3 names. There was dot journal, jot journal, and then dot. Like, it's not flex. Flex was not what it was, but that's what keeps coming to my mind. Hybrid. Thank you. I'm looking in the comments now. Dot hybrid. That's from the Right Planner Company. That's the one with the months in it. Bye, Tina. Ooh, hello from Alabama. Looking. Everybody's saying hybrid. And as I'm trying to think about it, I didn't see any of the comments. You guys are like, hello. And I'm still like, oh, what is it? The white, that's one of the things about the Right Planner ones I really like, Carolyn, is that her paper is white. It's not that cream color that you get in the Leuchtturm and the Scribbles That Matter. And the cream doesn't bother me, but the white, that is the color of the paper in the Right Planner ones, which is really nice. I'm not necessarily a fan of the Loish terms either. I don't know why. They feel really clinical to me. The Scribbles That Matter, maybe it's just the cover. I don't know. But I like the Scribbles That Matter better because I like the cover better. But I'm not sure if I have like an actual reason for that or if it's just like they have doodles on the cover and I think that's cute. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. Right, neither actually. It's right, WRIGHT, like right, like a last name, right? Not like right, like you write, or right, like I'm right. Cindy, where do I get the word prompts I do every day? I make them up, and apparently this month I spelled at least 3 of them. I love horror movies. I have posters of horror movie people in my house. I have an oil painting of Michael Myers, and yet I spelled Freddy Krueger's name wrong. I spelled Jason Voorhees' names wrong, and I think there was at least one other person I spelled wrong. I failed at spelling all of those names. I didn't think I had to double check. I was all smug. I'm like, I know all these names. I've been loving horror movies for years. Nope, I spelled them all wrong. Wrong. I spelled them wrong. Yeah, and the new covers for the Scribbles That Matter journals are so gorgeous. The like paler colors. I had already bought like the magenta colored one for my new bullet journal when they released the pale, like the pastel colors. And I have purposefully willed myself to not purchase another one because I don't need it. And that's another thing I will add to my list of things that I don't need. I don't need more bullet journal style notebooks, because it's going to take me 11 billion years to fill in the Scribbles That Matter one, and I am not going to notebook hop. I am going to just stick with that notebook. So I'm not going to buy any more, so I'm not tempted. I don't want to buy another Scribbles That Matter in a different color. I don't want to buy the Rhodia whatever because it has cooler paper. I'm not going to buy any of those because I am committed to finishing. I finished that one, the Right Planner Journal. I finished that one. I'm going to finish this one. I'm not going to buy any more, so I'm not tempting myself to buy more notebooks to add to my pile of notebooks that I have living behind me. Not behind me here, but in my desk area. No, they're just going to be like bricks. I can take like some freaking mortar and like paste notebooks together and build a wall. I could do that. That's how many notebooks I have. Motivational quote stickers. No. That's another thing I won't buy because there's every once in a while I'll use like a movie quote sticker if I've got one because I think they're funny. But most motivational quote stickers to me are super, I don't want to put like, let me rephrase, unless if you ever follow the Instagram account Unspirational, which is one of my favorite Instagram accounts of all time, Unspirational, not inspirational, Unspirational. And they take like standard type inspirational quotes and are like super snarky and asshole-ish, and I love it. And if they made stickers, I would buy the crap out of those. But I don't use like, yeah, see, my weakness is also the blank notebooks, and that's why I'm trying really hard to have willpower. What are my thoughts about Yubi? Oh, hold on, okay, I'm scrolling down through the comments. Joanne, if you're trying to sell stickers and things like that, like if you're trying to sell things that you have but you're just not going to use, I know that there are several marketplaces. If you search that on Facebook, if you search like Planner Marketplace, Aaron Connor Marketplace, all of these marketplaces, that's a lot of times, or like buy, sell, trade groups, that's a lot of times where you might be able to unload something, unless you want to just send them to someone as a giveaway, but not me because I don't want them. I'm scrolling. Another thing that I am not going to buy, which I just had in my head and it just went right, junk journaling. I don't know. I've seen how popular junk journaling is, and in the past, and I do like mixed media stuff from time to time, and I have a lot of fun with that. And that, in some ways, some forms of mixed media could be almost considered junk journaling because you're utilizing like old papers and things like that. The Shop Your Stash stuff is the other giveaway that I need to send out this week, and that also got lost in the combination of my procrastination and the fires. So those are packed up, and I just have to draw the winners and announce them. So next week, there's going to be a mountain of crap flying out of the Guentert-Baldo household, so I can catch up on all my freaking giveaways and be like, okay, I'm good. So that's coming too. So if you sneak in any Shop Your Stash posts at the last minute, I'll count them. which has been kind of along the same lines of all of this, trying to use what you already have and my brain, I'm losing it. Trying to use what you already have and also not buy things unless you actually want them. There was a comment that I saw that made me think, that was what it was. My thoughts about Yubi. I'm glad that it worked. Have I or have I not tried? Do I have or like, okay. Tiara, I'll get your fountain pens question in just a minute because I want to answer this Yubi question very briefly first. I have had, some of you have seen my video where I bought the Yubi brush pens and I tested them out and I had a bad experience with them. I had a very bad experience with them. I had an angry experience with them. And because of that, I have had no compunction to go and purchase more Yubi. I love that they donate school supplies when you buy from them. I think the colors are cool. I have no interest in buying anything from them ever again because holy crap, were those brush pens awful. They were terrible. They were awful. They will never sponsor this channel. Canson mixed media and watercolor books are awesome, though. They're great, especially for the price. I love those, so I don't blame you for wanting them. So, Tiara, as for fountain pens, I know that there are fountain pens that work better with heavy-handed people, and I just have not. It's an expensive rabbit hole that I am not prepared to go down. I have India inks. Like I have enough inks to ink a pen, but I use those in like painting and stuff. So I'm not necessarily a fountain pen style person yet. I'm sure one day I will fall down that rabbit hole, but I have managed to hold off on it thus far. Yeah, I've seen people like just adore their fountain pens. I just haven't found that like need to want. I've seen that people buy them and they're like expensive and fancy, and I'm just like, I don't really want one. But yeah, and I've seen some really gorgeous fountain pens too. I'm like, I don't know, man. Oh man. Yeah, I think I might have gone through my entire list of things I'm not going to buy though for right now. It's just things I mean, there's a lot of things I don't buy in general. I don't usually buy sticker kits unless I'm in the mood for it. I don't buy, I generally don't buy pre-made traveler's notebook inserts. I usually just get printables because, as I've said in the past, I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? As much as I'm very good at sticking to one kind of like a bound planner when it comes to inserts, I'm so like, I don't know if I like that or not, that the thought of ordering and having to wait for inserts that are already made, it just doesn't appeal to me. I prefer to just print them, even though printing them is a pain in the ass, which might also be the thing that's keeping me from really using traveler's notebooks. What weight paper do I use for printables? Okay, so the paper that I usually use, I get at Target, and I don't remember what the weight is. It's either 30 or 32. It's the HP printer paper, like the multi-purpose printer paper or whatever. It's the one that they sell in the black packaging, and it's not with the other printer papers. It's over by the printers. Like, it's the nice printer paper that's over by the printers. That's the one I usually use because I spend more time in Target than I do at home. Anyway, bye, Jennifer. Yeah. Oh, no, not fountain pens. Jane, rude. And by rude, I say, thanks for sending me stuff, but oh man, I'm going to get down another rabbit hole, and I'm trying to be anti-consumerist. I probably should sign off shortly soon, purely because my legs are so asleep, and now somebody's showing up behind me. It's Mr. Jesse. What's up, baby?
There's a town hall live streaming right now.
I should probably get going because they are streaming a town hall situation with like probably, I'm guessing, like the fire department and shit to give us more information about what's happening here in Napa, which I really want to go see so I can have an idea of what's happening in our little town. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me through this kind of rambly video. I really appreciate all of you. It has been a week. I will get to the giveaways next week. I will get back to a regular posting schedule next week. Fingers crossed, assuming everything goes well and we don't ever have to get evacuated. So keep your fingers crossed for wine country here in California because it has been a mess of a week here. And I will see you guys soon. Peace.